Hi Gurleen, we are live.
Yeah, hi Akansha. Yeah,
Let's
hi.
let's do a quick sound check. Am I
Hmm.
audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yeah, very clearly.
ठीक है जी, perfect.
Okay, so let's start in one.
Sure.
So I think let's start. Um, Hello everybody. Hope you're having an awesome weekend. Or अगर awesome नहीं है तो अब हो जाएगा. As you all know, Women's Day is just around the corner, and what a better way to celebrate than talk about women and finances. They say no, money can't buy you happiness, but surely doesn't hurt, right? So, quick introductions here. My name is Akanksha Nag. I am currently heading design at Kenko and loving every minute of it. So, today I have with me the founder of Haripatti, Gurleen Kaur Tikku. Hi, Gurleen.
Hi Akansha.
So, just a good, like a quick background. Gurleen founded Haripatti 15 years ago and hasn't looked back ever since. Her company advises clients to make wise financial decisions. Gurleen is herself a finance graduate from DU and certified as a financial planner from FPSB, correct?
Yes, that's right.
So, financial literacy पे काम और बातें करना इनका पेशा ही नहीं, passion भी है. She has a huge following on YouTube and she does videos on finance and savings. Her recent book, an ebook called Reach Your Destination Through a Journey called Financial Planning, is selling like hotcakes. And she also does regular workshops for corporates like Shopper Stops, Adani Group, etc. It's amazing to have you, Gulli. Let's just start.
Thank you so much Akansha and thanks for being so kind. बहुत ज़्यादा huge following नहीं है, but I'm trying my level best to get better every day.
So let's just begin with the questions. How did it all begin? आपने कैसे? How did you jump into this? आपके दिमाग में ये idea कहाँ से आया? And how did you take it forward?
So there are few things in life वो जो आप खुद plan नहीं करते हो, they are destined to happen. In my case also, मतलब मुझे college में normal regular graduation करना था, but somehow I landed up a finance course जहाँ पे core specialization was finance. And then a few circumstances, I'm carrying forward my father's legacy. The business at Haripatti is my father's legacy. So he passed away quite early. And after I graduated from finance, so I wanted to do a 9 to 5 job, Big Four में job करना है आराम से, Big Four में job करना है, and then अपना घर संभालना है. It is a proper balance kind of thing. That's what I aspired to be. But then life had some other plans. So I ventured into finance. I initially it was, I was carrying forward the legacy. The onus was on me to carry forward what Papa had built. But gradually I started enjoying it. And then I found that there is a huge gap when it comes to financial literacy. मिस सेलिंग बहुत ज्यादा होती है. मतलब प्रोडक्ट वो बेचे जाते हैं कोई बेचना जो चाहता है. लेट्स से somebody a financial advisor or an insurance agent or somebody who wants to sell a product, they used to sell a product. मतलब वो नीड और नीड असेसमेंट और गोल प्लानिंग के बेस पे नहीं होता था. इट वाज जस्ट टू फुलफिलिंग देयर ओन टारगेट. They were selling their products in the market, which eventually was leading to mis-selling, which was not in sync with the investors' goals and their aspirations. That's where I thought financial literacy पे काम करना जरूरी है. And that's how I ventured into financial literacy and started spreading that.
That's great. That's great. I think following into the footsteps of your father was a great move. So going ahead, among other things, how do you inspire other women to take literacy, like finance literacy, become financially literate? तो इस जर्नी में आपको कौन कौन से चैलेंज फेस करने पड़े when you initially started out?
So when I initially started out as an advisor, when I say somebody taking an advice from a female, अभी मैं बात कर रही हूँ 15 साल पहले की. Now things are completely changed. If you talk about
Correct.
15 years back, there were not many. This was a male-dominated industry, so there were male you can call bankers or people who were advising on financial products. Very less females were there. So at that time, it was very difficult. It was quite challenging. When I used to, because as I mentioned, it was my father's business. So वहाँ पे हर age के लोग थे. मतलब हर generation के लोग थे. There was an uncle who was 50 years old. There was his son also. So advising him, who's a 50-year-old, and the advice coming from a 20-year-old female. So he never, initially he didn't, take you seriously. कि आप बताओगे मुझे कि कैसे पैसा मैनेज करना है. सो देन आई रियलाइज कि ऐसे नहीं होगा. प्रोबेबली मुझे फैमिलीज के साथ मीटिंग्स करनी पड़ेगी, बिकॉज हमारे जितने भी अभी भी जो क्लाइंट्स हैं, सो दे आर मोर ऑफ दी फैमिली, मतलब पूरी फैमिलीज दे नो अस. सो इट्स नॉट जस्ट अ ट्रांजेक्शन बेसिस, इट्स अबाउट जनरेशन जो चली जा रही हैं. जैसे बेटे का भी इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारे पास है, फादर की भी है और ग्रैंड फादर की भी है. सो द फैमिलीज में रन कर रहा है. सो वी स्टार्टेड डूइंग मीटिंग्स इन फैमिलीज. So I insisted that I want to have meeting with the entire family. इसके दो बेनिफिट हुए. एक तो ये हुआ कि a woman can easily convince another woman and both of them can relate to it. एक चीज होती है मार्केटिंग में, अगर हम बोले man, which is money, authority, need. So the male has money, male has authority कि इन्वेस्टमेंट करना है, पॉलिसी लेनी है नहीं लेनी है. बट कई बार वो जो अर्जेंसी है और जो नीड है, वो शायद एक फीमेल फैमिली में वो ज्यादा बता सकती है कि दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज रिक्वायर्ड, वी शुड नॉट बी डिलेइंग इट. तो वो तीनों का जो कॉम्बिनेशन था ना, दैट वर्क्ड क्वाइट गुड. एंड सेकेंडली माय फोकस वाज ऑन, बिकॉज आई as I mentioned that we lost our father and it was a sudden mishappening. So I have seen my mother struggling through finances कि कहाँ पर क्या है, कहाँ से कैसे consolidate करना है. It was not easy task for her. So I realized, so it's better to have a family meeting. उसमें क्या होगा, the female of the house also will get to know what all finances are. कहाँ insurance policies हैं, कहाँ investments करी हुई हैं, and they'll try and understand, and it will be easier for her in future to manage finances on her own. So that's where वो win-win situation दोनों जगह पर हुई.
That's a very good insight जो आपने man बताया ना. This even I wasn't aware of, so that's a very good insight. So going from there, आप धीरे धीरे advise करना शुरू किया and you realize there's this need for women to like come up and say what they want, like how they should run the finances and they should know more about it. So आप आज की women को, आज की महिला को क्या what is the first thing hack that you would give them to jump into personal finance?
So again, when we talk about personal finance, it's personal to everyone. So जो मेरे लिए personal finance का मतलब है, it may not be same for you and for other females around, because बहुत सारी चीजें involved होती हैं. आपका temperament, आपका behavior, आपके lifestyle, आपके income levels, आपके goals, everything is different. So it is different for everyone. But first thing that I like to mention is, because क्या है, यहाँ पे अभी भी बहुत काम करने की जरूरत है. I know a lot of females who are earning well, who are, they call themselves as financially independent, but again, they are not taking care of their taxes, they are not taking care of their investments. बस ये है कि, husband है, father है, brother है, they are taking care of it. So this is the kind of conditioning we have been through our entire life. We have been, prioritizing other things, but when it comes to managing finances, we take a back seat. कि manage तो हो रहा है ना. So उस केस में, मतलब the only thing that I would like to say is prioritize, because this is actually need of the hour. मतलब बहुत सारे चीजें अगर हम बात करेंगे, more and more females are working. There have been statistics that say, female women outlive men. So when they outlive men, they need to know how to manage their finances at the time of despair. और वो कब better हो पाएगा, जब आप अच्छे time में भी खुद manage करोगे. So it's very easy. मतलब अगर हम simple बात करें, it's not a rocket science. When we can manage other things, we can manage our household budget in a beautiful way. आप अगर 10,000 रुपए एक फीमेल को दो घर चलाने के लिए, वो इजीली चला लेंगी. आप 20,000 मेल को दो, नो ऑफेंस हियर, आप 20,000 रुपए एक मेल को भी दो, तो वो शायद उतनी एफिशिएंटली और उतने इफेक्टिवली नहीं चला पाएंगे घर का बजट. So this is something which is inherent in us कि हम कर सकते हैं. It's just that we need to realize and we need to just start taking small steps.
So I think it's mostly like even I started pretty late. So I think it's mostly getting into that habit of knowing कि आप कहाँ you can make wise decisions and actually implementing it. जो हम घर में on a everyday basis like you said करते ही हैं.
करते हैं बिल्कुल.
So अब let's talk about investments. So like I know it's standard to what you tell women on your channel as well. So while picking the best investment option, what are the couple of things that women should keep in mind, especially now?
So जैसे हमने बात करा कि सेविंग्स का जो आप कह लें सेविंग्स की जो हैबिट है दैट इज इनहेरेंट इन अस. मतलब यहाँ पे आई गो बैक टू अ स्टोरी. आई वाज टॉकिंग टू अ फ्रेंड जब डीमोनेटाइजेशन हुआ सर्विस फ्रेंड ऑफ आवर्स. तो वो बचपन से ना ही यूज्ड टू टेल मी कि हमारी मम्मी ना बहुत ही हमें तंगी में बड़ा किया है कि हमारे पास पैसे नहीं है. आपको पता है पापा को 5 रुपए बचाने के लिए इतना किलोमीटर चल के आना पड़ता है एंड सो ऑन सो फोर्थ. तो सबकी मम्मी करती हैं. ठीक है, पैसा सेव करो बचाओ. तो कहता जब डीमोनेटाइजेशन हुआ तो घर से 10 लाख रुपए कैश निकला. तो मैंने बोला आपने हमारा बचपन खराब कर दिया. आपने हमें ये बोला कि पैसे बचाओ यहाँ खर्च नहीं करने एंड सो ऑन. तो जो सेविंग्स की हैबिट है वो इनहेरेंट है हमारे में. इट्स जस्ट दैट वी नीड टू सेट सम थिंग्स राइट. तो जैसे हम बात करते हैं कि हम स्पेंड करते हैं. So the formula should be, we are earning, we are spending. The formula should be income minus your expenses.
Correct.
हमारा formula जो ये है, हमारा formula income minus expenses, जो बच गया वो save कर लिया. So it should be the other way around. Income minus savings, which is compulsory. We know कि इतना तो save करना ही है, जो बच गया वो खर्च करो. So income minus savings is equal to expenses. If this is the formula, of course, things will be better and you will be able to have a better corpus in future. So investment करने से पहले few things that you should keep in mind is first of all the investment product should be in sync with your goals.
Okay.
So आपका goal है let's say for me my goal is let's say my kids education. So which is let's say 10 years down the line. So I will not be investing in a product which is going to give me return 20 years down the line. वो मेरे किसी काम का नहीं होगा.
Correct.
और
correct.
probably मेरे risk appetite नहीं है कि I would want to take that risk on that investment. Let's say मेरा एक goal है जो 3 साल बाद पूरा होना है. और मेरी रिस्क एपेटाइट नहीं है कि मैं उस पर इक्विटीज में डालूं या रिस्क लूं. सो आई बी इन्वेस्टिंग इन अ प्रोडक्ट व्हिच इज सेफर एंड व्हिच विल गिव मी माय पीस ऑफ माइंड एंड स्टेबल 6-7% रिटर्न रादर देन द वॉलेटाइल 12-13% रिटर्न. सो योर रिस्क एपेटाइट, योर गोल, वेयर यू वांट टू रीच, सेट अप अ टारगेट एंड देन अकॉर्डिंगली इन्वेस्ट. एंड आजकल प्रोडक्ट के बारे में मतलब ड्यू डिलिजेंस करना कोई मुश्किल नहीं है. मतलब यू गो ऑन इंटरनेट, देयर इज लॉट ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल. थोड़ा सा टाइम देने की जरूरत है. इट्स अगेन अबाउट प्रायोरिटाइजिंग एंड गिविंग टाइम. एंड थोड़ा सा टाइम दे दो कि आप जो भी इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रोडक्ट में इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो इज दिस द राइट प्रोडक्ट फॉर यू और नॉट.
करेक्ट. तो आपने व्हाट इज दैट ओवर द स्पैन ऑफ 15 years, व्हाट इज दैट वन सीक्रेट जो यू हैव लर्नड लाइक एंड यू रियली थॉट कि अगर मैंने पहले किया होता तो वुड हैव गिवन मी बेटर रिटर्न्स नाउ? That one secret that you can share with us.
Yeah. So this is no more a secret वैसे. मतलब हमने स्कूल में भी सबने पढ़ा है. Compound interest का formula.
Correct.
So that is something that you can apply to your life. Again, जो आपने बोला कि अगर ये शायद मैंने 10 साल पहले सीखा होता तो आज की जो wealth है वो बहुत ज्यादा होती. So compounding is the 8th wonder of the world. So compound interest is that you get interest on interest. Let's say you invest 100 rupees today. 100 रुपीज से आपको 10% इंटरेस्ट मिलता है. इट बिकम्स 110. अगले साल 110 पे आपको इंटरेस्ट मिलेगा. सो इट इज इंटरेस्ट ऑन इंटरेस्ट दैट यू आर गेटिंग. सो दैट वे द कंपाउंडिंग बेनिफिट gives you a lot of money when you let's say if it is a long term goal. To give you an example, let's say if somebody invests 2000 rupees per month,
okay,
and does that on a regular basis, 25 साल के लिए 2000 रुपए महीना इन्वेस्ट करते जाते हैं. और वहां पे जो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट मैं अज्यूम करती हूँ 20% का रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट आता है उस प्रोडक्ट पे. तो आपने टोटल इन्वेस्ट करा 2000 into 12 into 25, दैट इज 6 lakhs. दिस इज सिंपल. करेक्ट. वो 6 लाख की वैल्यू जो हो जाती है 25 साल के बाद बिकॉज कंपाउंडिंग इंटरेस्ट इतना ज्यादा लग गया, दैट इज 1.25 crore.
That's huge. Yeah.
Exactly. So this is actually the secret. Just be consistent, be disciplined and save on a regular basis. So that will actually give you crores of corpus in future.
I think that's ये सब like you said हमें पढ़ाया जाता है, but we never actually put this practically. But this is like a very good piece of information जो आपने हमारे साथ share किया है. I'll just take 1 minute to tell everybody to like, share, and subscribe, guys. And we are going to choose 5 lucky winners from whoever is commenting. So, and we're going to send them Kenko merchandise. So please do that. Now, let's move on to more like health coverage. And let's talk about insurance for now, because this is something that we also talk about a lot. So we just wanted to get an insight from you as well. First of all, should women care about insurance and health insurance in particular? How important is it for them in their lives?
So like women care about their financial well-being, their financial independence, their financial freedom. In the same way, they should be caring about the insurance part too. So insurance तो इतना जरूरी हो गया है. It is no more, कि it's a need. It's a need. It's a basic need. रोटी, कपड़ा, मकान and insurance. जितना जरूरी बाकी चीजें हैं उतनी जरूरी इंश्योरेंस. और लास्ट 2 years में तो आई थिंक इससे ज्यादा रियलाइजेशन कभी हुआ ही नहीं कि इंश्योरेंस इतनी इंपॉर्टेंट है. सो डेफिनेटली जैसे हमने बात की कि हमें इन्वेस्टमेंट प्रोडक्ट के बारे में रिसर्च करना चाहिए और इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए. इंश्योरेंस इज अ बेसिक थिंग दैट एवरी फैमिली शुड बी हैविंग, बिकॉज 2-3 चीजें आप पूरी थ्रू आउट अपनी लाइफ सेविंग्स करते जाते हो एंड कभी कोई गॉड फॉरबिड हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन आ जाए, देन यू नो फैमिलीज they lose all their savings that they have done in the year in throughout their life. वो पूरी की पूरी savings hospital के खर्चे में निकल जाती है. That is where insurance comes into picture and takes care of all the post hospitalization expenses जो भी हैं, insurance policy take care करेगी. And it costs you just like few thousand rupees. मतलब थोड़ा सा amount देके you get your peace of mind कि कभी कुछ हुआ तो insurance policy is there to take care of the medical emergency. And also I would like to emphasize, since we're talking about insurance for women, so again critical illness insurance is extremely important, because survival rate for critical illness has also been increasing, and so that is where critical illness insurance I think is extremely important along with the health insurance policy,
especially now after COVID. And I think that has changed a lot of how people think about insurance and health. And I think this is a very important conversation to have at this point. So, do you think जो आपकी female clientele है, the families that you talk about, उसमें जो females होती हैं, are they serious about health coverage? कि वो awareness over the years बढ़ रही है?
Yes, absolutely. Over the years, definitely awareness बढ़ी है. So मैं, if I talk about आज से 3 साल पहले जब हम इंश्योरेंस प्रोडक्ट की बात कर रहे हैं, so they just asked कि कितना कवरेज है, कितना प्रीमियम है, and that's it. The policy is being sold and policy is being bought. अब क्या है, people are getting into the policy wording as well. What is there? What is the coverage scope? What is included? What is excluded? Most importantly, क्या cover है, क्या cover नहीं है, मतलब इससे क्या benefits होगा. Let's say अगर हम hospitalized नहीं होते तो wellness benefits क्या है, and so on. So females are taking a lot of interest in the products that are available. They want to explore different options. And since portability has also, is also possible, you can shift from one insurer to another. So people are all the more taking interest in their insurance policies and considering it as a, decision that has to go long way with them.
Okay, so like you said, कि portability is a big option. So what do you think now women, your clientele is gravitating towards? वो क्या अब पहले क्या प्रेफर करते थे और अब वो क्या प्रेफर करने लगे हैं? Can you see a difference there?
Yeah, so पहले ये तो था कि मतलब इंश्योरेंस कवर चाहिए, that's it. ठीक है ना. पहले अगर कॉर्पोरेट कवर है तो वो भी चलेगा, but now they are getting aware कि corporate cover is not enough. That is there. That's an additional perk that they are getting. But a standalone health insurance policy should be there, which is going to stay with them for lifetime. That's a permanent cover. And also shifting from products which have some cappings. कुछ इंश्योरेंस प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं जिसमें रूम रेंट कैपिंग है कि आपको लेट्स से आपने 5 लाख की पॉलिसी ली है तो रूम रेंट आपको 1% मिलेगा, आईसीयू आपको 2% मिलेगा, एंड कोई डिजीज हो गया या कोई ट्रीटमेंट आपने लिया, कैटरैक्ट पे कैपिंग है, हर्निया पे कैपिंग है, एंड सो ऑन. So there are products in the market now which are without any co-payments, which are comprehensive coverage products, and which offer lot more features than the products that were there earlier in the market.
And this is like a very question that concerns most of us. So India may over the last few years, especially like pre-COVID and post-COVID, you can see like a plethora of health plans in the market. तो आपको लगता है there is like a perfect health cover as compared to say American market or the UK market? Is India getting there, or are there a lot of steps still to be done, like achieved?
हाँ, so अभी भी काफी स्कोप है. मतलब अगर हम बाहर से कंपेयर करें वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज से, तो ऑफ कोर्स lot of things are still not covered in our health insurance plans, which is your basic things like OPD, diagnostic आपने टेस्ट कराया and so on. So these are not covered in your health insurance plan. So your health insurance plan kicks in once you get hospitalized. उसके बाद के सारे expenses health insurance plan will take care of it. But जो पहले के expenses है, let's say अगर hospital नहीं गए तो क्या हुआ, आपने सिर्फ OPD लिया, आपने डॉक्टर की मेडिसिन ली, कंसल्टेशन ली, तो वो सब चीजें अभी सैडली कवर्ड नहीं है. डेंटल ट्रीटमेंट दैट इज नॉट कवर्ड. So these are few things that need to be improvised in health insurance plans.
Correct. So like आपने mention किया OPD, and as you know, you've done a video on Kenko. That is a huge part of our proposition. That is the main proposition. तो आपको लगता है कि मतलब Kenko के बारे में आपका क्या ख्याल है? Like after the video, you must have done more research on it, and you must have realized this is the problem that we are trying to solve. So do you think we are solving a need, and women are actually interested in a product like this?
Yeah, so of course products like Kenko Health, so this can go hand in hand with your existing health insurance policy. Health insurance policy अपनी जगह है and OPD plans अपनी जगह है. So जो आप offer कर रहे हैं, that is something which can go hand in hand. So these are not going to replace the health insurance policies, of course, because वो जरूरत है ही. उसके ऊपर you can have the OPD plans or the offerings that you have. You have very vast offering for different kind of your different segment of people. किसी को डायबिटीज प्लान चाहिए तो उनके लिए you have an offering. You have an offering for basic OPD plan. You have an offering for family plans and so on. Dental treatment चाहिए तो उसके लिए offering है. So these can be added to the health insurance policies, and definitely that is the need of the hour. That is the demand that is there in the market, and people are looking for such options.
And from insurance, how much a percentage में how much can a person actually save if they take a comprehensive health plan which includes OPD, IPD? So yearly, what do you think? How much can a person save?
No, you'll have to bring that question again.
So basically, what I wanted to know was, like, even if people take out certain kind of money at start of every month to pay for their insurance, अभी तो annually होता है, but how much can a person actually save if they take a health plan? Because medical expenses towards the end of the year, they accumulate and become like huge for doctor bills, for medical consultations. So percentage of money that a person can save by thinking in advance and buying a health plan.
So definitely, again, insurance works on probability. So when we talk about numbers here, हो सकता है किसी को जरूरत completely ना पड़े, किसी को जरूरत पड़े. So talking about numbers here, I think there can be huge amount of savings that can be done if proper planning is done in advance. So proper planning of the combination of OPD plans and the insurance plans is done in advance.
Doing the research.
Yeah. So then of course you can save a lot of money in future. So because ये देखो, this is actually you're buying your peace of mind कि कल को आपको कुछ भी सोचना नहीं है, कहीं भी आपको ट्रीटमेंट लेना है, you don't have to think about it कि कौन से हॉस्पिटल जाना है, कितना खर्चा हो जाएगा, कितना अपनी पॉकेट से बेयर करना पड़ेगा, and so on. So when you have these products, आपकी पोर्टफोलियो में ये प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, you don't have to think about it. आपको जो ट्रीटमेंट लेना है, you will get the best of the treatments at the best of the hospitals and healthcare providers, and you don't have to worry about that part.
Exactly. जब आप जाते हैं एक हॉस्पिटल, so then you can't think about कि अच्छा who will cover for this, या ये कैसे होगा या वो कैसे होगा. You're focused on what is happening at that moment. So you're absolutely right there.
I would like to bring in my personal experience abhi. So my husband, he broke his wrist ki bone. He broke his bone. So because again that was an OPD procedure that could not be covered in a health insurance policy. So he was after me. तू health insurance expert है, तू claim दिलवा. मैंने कहा नहीं मिल सकता, कैसे दिलवाऊं? So fracture laga, and वहाँ पे भी I think we had spent around, just for a fracture and doctor visits, I think 30-40K we had spent on X-rays and everything. यहाँ पे वो ये ना, when you plan in advance and when you have these plans with you, so that can actually save you a lot of money.
True, that's true. And lastly, a very cliched question. I think this has been asked to so many people around, like women, like professional women like you, ki how do you manage your work and your home life? You are a mother of 2 children, correct? So how do you manage all of those things? आप अपना YouTube channel भी चलाती हैं, so it's like an inspiration for everybody कि how to manage these aspects. आप कैसे करती हैं?
So talking about me, I've been, doing this balance for the last now 16, 17 years now. So when I started my business, when I started personal finance advisory, our son was in our lap. Our son was in my lap. So he was 3 months old उस time पे when I started. So वहीं से, I learned how to balance, because eventually I started loving what I'm doing. So once you love what you do, then you're able to balance everything out. And again, of course, without family support and in-law support, husband support, mother support, अगर वो support नहीं होता तो it's difficult to manage everything. So that is there. And secondly, मतलब अगर आप बोल रहे हैं जैसे YouTube channel भी, घर भी, so now kids also understand, this is what mummy loves to do. So, and I love to compensate जब मैं नहीं दे पा रही हूँ उनको time. So I love to compensate जब मैं कर सकती हूँ किसी भी form में, spending time with them, watching a movie with them, or going out with them. I do that. So, it gradually comes to you. Maintaining that balance, it gradually comes to you. At times I'm working on Sundays also. At times I usually start my day early. So that is, I think, that has helped me maintain this work-life balance, because by the time I get up at 5 and till 9 I'm on my work. So by the time I content creation or anything that I'm doing, so by the time, kids wake up and, things, regular course, I start with regular course, I'm done with my work for the day. So that has actually also helped me maintain the work-life balance.
And actually, this is an inspiration for your kids also. अब मैं सोच रही हूँ कि इतने young age से they're seeing their mother follow their passion. I think even they'll grow up to know कि my passion is also important in life. क्योंकि आज तक वो ऐसा नहीं था. अभी things are changing. So it's a very good thing. And
क्या होता है ना, आप जो देखते हो ना, आप सिर्फ फ्रंट देखते हो, किसी का भी आप कभी भी किसी की लाइफ देखते हो ना, you just see the movies में, for example, very good example is a movie. You just see what is there on the screen. You don't see कि पीछे क्या क्या हुआ है.
पीछे क्या है, correct.
And उसी में ही, now the kids support me, kids encourage me. आप क्यों नहीं कर रहे हो? You were supposed to do this. So that is again there, I'm sure, in everybody's life.
So good that we had this conversation. Actually, knowing a person from behind the scenes is much more important than seeing what's in the front.
Yeah.
So, one last question I have. I'm sorry, I'm asking so many questions, but
no, please.
This year, May, or the next 3 years, what are you planning for Haripati? Are you gonna like scale up? या आप सोच रहे हैं कोई other audience को भी आप लेके आए? Like say, for example, there are blue collar workers that need to be told about financial literacy. So, ऐसा कुछ plans है?
The reason I started my YouTube channel was there since I think 2011, 2012, but never actually, worked on creating videos. In lockdown, I actually got time and chance to sit down and, I always wanted to address masses. कि आप बता तो रहे हो, but आप सबको बताने के लिए क्या तरीका है? So this is actually, I think I'm going to focus on the content part more. And we wanted to go to a paperless office. So at Haripati, initially we used to do, कुछ तो component paper का भी था, कुछ form filling था and everything. So now it is, I think 95-98% it's paperless. So planning to, go into other cities as well. अगर आपको बात करूँ कि 3 साल पहले we were only, catering to clients in Delhi or maybe Bangalore or northern part of the country. But now we are in every state. So that's what, and I want to, further explore other options where I can, take my content to and take our company to. So 3 years down the line, we are seeing that we'll be present in every state in India and probably outside India as well. And I would like to focus more on the meaningful content that I can deliver across.
Thank you so much, Gurleen. This was a great chat, and I hope we chat again soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
We'll just end this now. And thank you everyone for joining, and see you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.